how Tom and I manage our cash flow without arguments, without having to justify anything, and making sure that we are prioritizing our family's financial well-being in an expensive world. Hi everyone, welcome back to SugarMamma TV. I am financial planner Canna Campbell, and as you can tell, we're recording in my bedroom with Peppy and Tulip behind me, who have now gone. Now, I wanted to make a really quick impromptu video today because I feel like a lot of people struggle as to how to do money and cash flow, any living expenses, and especially when you're on different incomes in a busy, expensive world. And there is no instructions or a how-to guide. And in fact, there's no one-size-fits-all system. Every relationship is different. Every relationship has different values, different boundaries, different goals. And also, you may meet someone at a different stage of your life. Like a young couple starting a family might have a different cash flow system to, say, two people that come together later in life and have their own financial independence established. So I'm going to share with you how we manage our budget and our cash flow as a family of 5 and with 2 different incomes as well. And just so you know, absolutely everything I share with you, I'm doing openly. And I want to make sure that you understand that everything Tom and I do, we have communicated in advance. So this is what we've agreed on. We also have an open communication. So if something is coming up, like a birthday present or a special event, or there's something that one of us really wants to do, we have a safe, open conversation about that, where we will openly look at that and look at it a way of coming up with a solution rather than saying yes or no. It's not about control. It's really about singing off the same page and working together as a team. And I'm actually really proud of how we do manage our cash flow and how we have managed to create financial harmony in our relationship, because our relationship is not perfect, but I know the conversation and the tension of money can be really destructive to relationships and also to your own mental well-being. So this is how we manage our budget and cash flow. So first of all of our income, our salary, if we get a bonus or anything like that, goes into the one account, and this is our family account. And from this account is where all of our short-term expenses come out. Anything that is daily, weekly, fortnightly, or monthly. So mortgage repayments, groceries, internet, Foxtel, Netflix, anything that's a short-term expense. And we've done a budget which we've previously agreed on. Once the money is in that account, I have to shift a certain amount of money into a couple of other accounts. So the first account that I shifted into is our life account. It's like a financial float account. And this is where I have to stockpile it every time Tom gets paid or I get paid, because we use that account to build up over time to help cover those irregular expenses. So for example, water rates or council rates, or if I have to see my psychiatrist, which I did this morning, which costs $300, it comes out of this account. Now this account is always got to have money in it, but it always has to be topped up. And it's for those irregular expenses, something that's quarterly, biannual, or annual. Another classic example is Christmas presents or birthday presents or Tom's birthday. Money comes out of this financial float account. The other account that we have is a holiday savings account, and I will put a set amount of money into that account each month, which is when I get paid, to build that up so that if we're exhausted and run down, we know that we've got some holiday money saving up that we can use when we're ready. And of course, we supplement the cost of holidays using frequent flyer points that Tom has collected through his credit card and through all of the business travel that he does for his work. So it's always really gives you a nice sleep at night, knowing that you've got money there slowly building up for a holiday, and that you'll be able to go on a holiday guilt-free, knowing it's completely paid up front in advance. Now, this is where I guess a bit of a different dynamic comes in that some people agree with, some people don't. As I said, there's no wrong or right, but this is just what works for us, and you can use this as a guide if you like. So from those 3 accounts, so the family account, then the financial float account, and then the small holiday savings fund account, we then have our own individual separate everyday accounts. And we each get a set amount, kind of like, without sounding patronizing or degrading, it's kind of like an allowance. It is our sanity money, and we get the same amount Doesn't matter who earns what or whose wealth is where. That's completely irrelevant. And that is money for us to spend as we wish on whatever our hearts desires. If we were to blow all that money in one big hit, that's our bad luck. We have to just push through till the end of the pay cycle. If we want to save it up, that's also fine. It doesn't matter. But it means that I can go get my nails done if that's what I really want, or get a blow dry or get my hair cut. Tom can go and hit a round of balls at the driving range. He can go out with the boys. If he wants to go get a shave, that's fine. It comes out of that money. But it means we have our own sense of boundaries and respect, but we can also safely spend without having to ask permission or justify or have a meeting between us to discuss things. So the thing though here is we can see what each other are doing. If you log into our internet banking on Tom's phone or my phone, you can see exactly the same. You can see where money's going. We can see how much we've each got. And if we ever need access, we have access. If we ever want to make changes to the system, we have a conversation up front before we make any decisions or before we action anything. It really is important that we uphold what we're working towards. And that is, at the end of the day, our financial goals. Because what's the point of working against each other? Each other is not the enemy. And we both know that if we work together as a team, we're going to achieve more and we're going to achieve things sooner. And we're going to reap all the wonderful benefits that come from prioritizing our family's financial well-being. Now, on top of this cash flow system, we also have financial goals that we are working towards. Because obviously I'm a financial planner, I've taken the lead with this. And I've sort of set down some financial goals for us to work on, of which Tom has sat down with me, gone through them, and I've explained to him why and how I'm going to make this happen and what we need to do. And he's comfortable with that. He agrees with that. And of course, if I change anything, I will have a conversation with him and we'll make a decision together. If you would like me to make a separate video as to how we came up with the goals, how we agreed on them, how we agreed on the strategy, please let me know and I can make this video for you. But in the meantime, I just wanted to give you a quick solution, an idea, a bit of a blueprint to maybe use as a guide as you try and work out how you need to manage cash flow in your financial situation, particularly if you are a part-time mom or you've got different income levels, or if you've got different assets or you've got different aspirations. There's no one size fits all, but I really think you have to give things a good go, review, tweak, make changes as life goes on and different things happen and you evolve. But this is a great way to start. Conversations, goals, talking about what is your dream scenario, what would you like to have a go at testing out, what is a boundary for you, what are you not willing to do. Of course, you've got to be careful. You've got to trust your partner. You've got to have a track record. This is not something I would be doing with a partner I just met. Tom and I have been together for 9 years, actually, the other month. So these are things that you can use as a guide. Take what works for you, test things out, and then let me know what worked for you, what you really liked, and what you do personally yourself to help manage money in your relationships, with your cash flow, with your incomes. I would love to hear from you, because more we can share and more we can talk about this openly, the more solutions and ideas and strategies and forms of inspiration we can give each other. All right, let me know what you think of this video and what questions you may have for myself and Tom about managing our income, budgets, and cash flow.